Al, I know you've been talking a great deal about our democracy. What's happened to it?
Well, it's been hacked. That's a computer term when the operating system of a computer is taken over and the computer is forced to do things that the owner doesn't want it to do. That's what's been happening to American democracy. For example, you have 90% of the people in favor of background checks for gun purchases, and the Congress is incapable of doing what the American people want. They haven't been able to regulate these phony baloney financial derivatives that caused the financial crisis. They voted to invade Iraq, even though Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. Unfortunately, there are lots of examples. They can't pass a budget. They can't keep the country from facing financial danger. And the main reason is pretty simple. The influence of big money is at extremely unhealthy levels.
Now, you point to all of the regulations. You've also said that have not come to pass. You've also said that not a single meaningful reform in the best interest of the American public will be passed by this Congress. Why not?
Well, no meaningful reform that affects any powerful special interest can pass unless that special interest, first of all, gives its permission for regulation or for reform. And it's because the influence of special interests wielding large campaign contributions and financing lobbyists and using the revolving door now have way more influence over the decisions of the Congress than the American people do. There have been times in American history when the influence of special interests was very unhealthy. This is really unusual in the severity of the crisis now. And campaign finance reform is very difficult since the Supreme Court declared that corporations are persons, which everybody knows is ridiculous, and they find loopholes to circumvent the regulations. I think there is hope because in the longer term, the internet-based forms of communication, which do empower individual citizens, are going to become much more powerful.